Worldwide Poverty by Aadith. Did you know that 2.4 billion people lack basic sanitation? Today I'm going to be talking about the fun facts, some quotes, organizations, and some of my opinions on worldwide poverty. 12% of Indian children are forced to work instead of going to school because they don't have enough money. More than 1 million people are starving. Did you know that in 2013, 769 million people were living on $1.90 per day or less? That is below the poverty line. 663 million people lack clean water. 6 million children under age 5 suffer from diseases or illnesses. For a family of four, $24 million per year was living under the poverty line. One story of a man who lived in Kenya said, despite growing up in an abject poverty in a drought-prone region of eastern Kenya, 25-year-old Peter Mumu has managed to get education, go to a university, and land a job with good prospects. Another story is about Carmen, a daughter of an ill-rated woman. Ill-rated means that adults can't read or write because their family needed them to work instead of going to school when they were younger. Carmen and a daughter of an ill-rated woman didn't go to kindergarten or first grade because they didn't have enough money. She jumped to second grade when their mother's brother gave them some money. Since she never went to kindergarten or first grade, she never learned to read or write and was completely lost. But then Children International came and taught her how to read and write. Did you know that 750 million adults don't know how to read or write? That's a lot. Next, we will be talking about quotes. One quote by Jeff Bridges is, "Poverty is a very complicated issue, but feeding a child isn't." What this means is that you don't have to be a good person by feeding all the people in poverty. You just have to feed one person, and that could make a big difference. Help one another. This is what Jesus teaches us. This is what I do, and I do it with my heart, said Pope Francis. Life's most persistent and most urgent question is, what are you doing for others? Said Martin Luther King Jr. Overcoming poverty is not a gesture of charity. It is an act of life is a dream for the wise, a game for the fool, a comedy for the rich, and a tragedy for the poor, said Shalom A. And this is true because for the poor people, life is not worth living because they don't have enough hope or money to do it. And sometimes it is a comedy for us because we waste money like throwing it down a wishing well. Poverty isn't being without money, but it's also being without hope, said Feed My Starving Children. Now we're going to be talking about organizations. Some of the organizations are Oxfam, Save the Children, World Vision, Feed My Starving Children, CARE, British Red Cross, UNICEF, and Concern Worldwide. So first of all, World Vision is where you can run a marathon, which is 26.2 miles, and give some water to some people who don't have enough water. Feed My Starving Children is where you pack food, and it's totally voluntary, and it's free to pack. What I like about Feed My Starving Children is that they don't make you pay extra money to pack, because it's like that one guy said, it's not an act of charity, it's justice. Next, we will be going on to some of my opinions. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to have a whole day without food? How about a week? This is why I think we should not waste food, because some people actually have to go without a meal or a whole day without food, or even maybe a whole week. Maybe 1 year for your birthday, you would like to give money to a charity or even go to Feed My Starving Children or another organization for your birthday party. I hope you learned a lot from worldwide poverty and you are challenged to help the needed.